So Assim, he claimed to be a sheikh, and he is originally from Indonesia. I don't know how he ended in Saudi Arabia, but maybe, you know, his mother was a maid in Saudi Arabia, and, you know, the Saudi guy did some, you know, job, and he was born there, so they gave him citizenship. I don't know how, because, you know, Indonesian cannot get citizenship in Saudi Arabia. But anyway, this is not our business. Let us first introduce Assim al-Hakim. Assim al-Hakim, yeah, so what if you are raised in Saudi Arabia, you don't get citizenship. Saudi Arabia don't give citizenship. They don't. You know, so what if you are raised? There's millions of people, they work in Saudi Arabia. You don't get citizenship. Usually, you get citizenship if your mama, she slept with the Saudi Baba, because then the son is a Saudi. And there's many Saudi, they slept with their maids. Some of them, they deny their kids, some they acknowledge them. So if your father who slept with your mother, he acknowledge you, you will have citizenship. Voice is very low. Guys, is my voice low? Or only for Mr. King? Is my voice low? Not from my side. For me, it sounds like fine. I'm not sure. Let me know if the sound is not... The sound is low? Okay, let me go to the setting and see if it is good. Yeah, maybe you have a cheap microphone. Buy a microphone, you know, made in Saudi Arabia. I mean speakers. All right. I did increase a little bit the microphone power. Let us see if that will be better for you. So let us introduce first Assim al-Hakim.
Allah. Why? Sheikh, you're charging $200 for one.
He charged $200 if you want to speak to him. He charged what? $200 if you want to speak to him. Why? Why Assim al-Hakim, he charged $200 if you want to talk to him for 1 hour? If you call him for 1 minute, or, you know, he will charge you for 1 hour. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, doesn't matter. He will charge you for 1 hour. $200. But why Assim al-Hakim, he charged $200?
Oh, Sheikh, fi Allah. Why? Sheikh, you're charging $200 for 1 hour. Yeah, it's too expensive. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys. I'm a gorilla.
You pay peanuts to the monkeys. I am a gorilla. You know, all those people, they share one scam. It's money. So, you know, if this person who is really doing work for the sake of Allah, he lives in Saudi Arabia, is he going to be hungry? Is he have a villa, you know? So why $200? I mean, what about, you know, like, you know, 50, $200? And why even you charge people? Like, you know, if, you know, what if somebody poor? So he cannot call you, right? Do you see the hypocrisy of those people? All of them, they share the same scam. It's all about money. Even those who convert to Islam, it's a scam. By the way, somebody in the previous video, he made a comment, and he supposed he's a Christian. He said, I don't agree with you when you say that somebody convert to Islam is a trash. He said those are lost sheep. You know, some Christians, they are very, 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 I don't know. You see, for me, the Bible forbid me from calling a brother stupid. But if you say stupid things, I can. And this is very stupid of you. Lost sheep. So what do you mean lost sheep? So what? The shaitan is a lost. Shaitan is lost. So what? They are trash. When somebody convert, if I decide to become a pimp, am I trash then or not? So I'm just lost sheep for you? So those Christians who they are extremely silly, you know, I don't want to use the word soft because soft doesn't fit. They are so silly and so awkward. And they try, like, you know, it's not nice to say the word trash. They are lost sheep. No, they are not. They are trash and junk. And in fact, they are shit. Because if I convert to a religion, and this religion, I know what it's promising you. Promising me women, their legs is open. My penis will be endless. I need to hate everybody. I need to kill people to go to jihad, to heaven. Boys will be serving me. And they are naked and they are white. And black people will go to hell. And Asian, Muhammad make fun of them. How they look like. And then you say to me, I am not junk then. I'm not a trash. You see, lost sheep, this is a phrase we can say. People are not following. Let us say they are sinners. I mean, we are talking about people, they worship penis. People who worship sex. People who they are antichrist. And for you, they are just lost sheep. Weird. For me, they are trash. You see, if somebody was, let us say somebody, he was a Christian, and someone told him about a nice belief, believe in peace, spirituality, he was like able to make him, convince him that that belief is better than Christianity. Then I can say, okay, he's a lost sheep, because they mislead him by saying to him, this is this is better, because simply, this faith look close to Christianity. They teach peace, love, harmony, charity, etc. But this is Islam. Islam is the most devilish, satanic. So for you, somebody he go there is a church in San Francisco. They call it the Church of Satan. Who is their God? Or the Mosque of Satan? Who is their God? Satan. Are they lost sheep? What Jesus calls those people who say to them, if your father is Abraham, you do the work of your father. But your father is the devil. Did he say to them, you are lost sheep? So when he came, he said, I came to my people, and my people rejected me. This is in general. But there is people, they are the devil, devilish, satanic. There is people who deceive, and there is people who they are deceived. However, it doesn't matter anymore, because the one who deceives and the one who is deceived, they join together, they become together in the same satanic belief. And the one who was deceived now, he tried to deceive others. And he want to deceive me to join what? A junkie religion, believe that there is a God. If I believe in him, he will create a lot of women for me, and those women, their legs is open 24 hours, and my penis will be in this. And supposedly I am just lost, not junkie, not a trashy, not obviously sex maniac. Well, those are the Christians, what we can say. I always struggle with them. When I start speaking about the garbage of Muhammad, many Christians, they oppose me. They say, this is not how we Christian talk. You say penis, you say vagina. So what I should say? Cucumber? You tell me. How I'm going to tell them what Muhammad said? Muhammad said penis, I have to say penis. What I have to say, peanuts? So always I struggle with those dummies who they claim to be Christians. In fact, they have nothing to do with Christianity. You see, a Christian is a person who is a warrior. His blood will boil when he see evil and wrong. Those people are relaxed. Why you call them trash? They are lost sheep. They need our hug. And then this potato, he will go in the street. He says, give me a hug. Jesus love you. No, Jesus don't love him. You see, when we say we love Muslims, we mean we love to save them. We love to save them. But we don't love wicked people. I will never love wicked people. So I love Muslims. I love atheists. I love. The word love here is not about loving a person, because I don't know him. There's nothing personal here. It's about loving the idea of being able to save him from going to hellfire. So love is an act. It's not a statement. And how you love somebody, you save him from hellfire. This is not just a fire. This is hellfire, fire of eternity. So always you will see in the comment, of those who they claim to be Christians, they never even brought one person out of Islam. They never debated a Muslim, and then they come here and they want to teach you how to speak to Muslims. And I don't know what to do. Anyway, maybe if I do the same as Assim al-Hakeem, and I charge Christians $200 to ask me a question, maybe the Christians then will say, Christian Prince, he is worthy to listen to. They don't appreciate free. You see these guys here, when he say $200 to talk to me, many Muslims will say, wow, he must be very powerful, to the point he charged $200. This guy, I can make him shish kebab in 2 seconds if he speak to me. Actually, we will make him shish kebab before we finish our video today. If you are a Christian, you have to say things as it is. If you are politically correct, you are no Christian. Period. It doesn't matter how many times you say Jesus, you do not know him. If you are not willing to say that homosexuality is against the Bible, if you are not willing to say that Islam is an antichrist, if you are not willing to say that Allah is not our God, if you are not willing to say whatever is wrong, that means you are a false Christian, and you are not even Christian. You are not even close to be called. How many priests they are willing to say those things in their churches? Few. Why? Because they are doing business. And this guy is doing business too. So there is people who do business in Christianity and in Islam. But the difference is, in Islam you can do business because Islam is a business. Even Muhammad, when he spoke to the Muslims, he said to them, who want to give Allah a mortgage? Who want to give Allah a loan? Muhammad claiming that when the Muslims, they give him money, they are giving Allah a mortgage, a loan. Look how many times. All right? Look at this. If you lend to Allah a godly loan, i.e. spend Allah cause, how you spend, you give money to Muhammad. Allah will double it for you. Why Allah don't double it to Muhammad right away? If Allah can double it the loan, why we need to give a loan? So religion is always the biggest scam in history. And when I speak about religion, I mean religion, man-made. Christianity is not a religion, even though like in dictionary they call it religion, but Christianity is not a religion. By definition, religion is a group of people who believe in something, that in dictionary. But for us as a Christians, we are not followers of religions, we are followers of Christ, a real person, not an idea. So when you give money for Allah cause, who is going to receive the money? Muhammad in his time. Muhammad even take your wife as a donation. He accept vagina. He accept women donation. In their books it says if the Prophet eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her so the Prophet can F her. So Muhammad, he not only he accept donation as women, he forced you to donate. You donate your wife. Now Assim, he cannot do that. He, because he's not Muhammad. If he's Muhammad, he will ask every woman to open her legs for him. So what he can do, the maximum he can do, he can charge money, and he enjoy having 4 wives in Saudi Arabia. He go to Indonesia, he purchase a woman for $600. If you don't believe me, $500, $300. There's an articles about it. Many of those who they are living in the Gulf, in Saudi Arabia, in Emirat, in Bahrain, they go to Indonesia and they purchase poor women. Literally, they purchase. Even there is offices. They do that for them. Women for sale, and then they call it marriage. They call it marriage. So he go to Indonesia. He pay $500. They give him a woman. Supposedly now she is his wife. The same as Mimi Hijabi did with this woman. Hotel marriage. They call it marriage. This is how sick this cult is. He go to Indonesia. He $500. So 2 hours of work he can get a woman in Indonesia. Just 2 hours. 1 hour he charged 200. And when they ask him why you charge 200, he says, monkeys, they charge you pennies. I am a gorilla.
Oh, Sheikh, fi Allah. Why? Sheikh, you're charging $200 for 1 hour. Yeah, it's too expensive. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys. I'm a gorilla. Oh, Sheikh, fi Allah. Why? Sheikh.
He's a gorilla. Well, I don't know if you know or not, Assim Hakeem. A gorilla is just a monkey still anyway. If your size bigger, doesn't matter. You are smarter. In fact, there is many monkeys are small, but they are way smarter than a gorilla. I mean, you're just an idiot. But anyway, so Don Detan, he did interview with Assim Hakeem. Let us hear a little bit about this interview.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, Sheikh, some of the viewers, they are Christians. When they see you come to Indonesia, they said, I believe they also see your videos before, and they say, this is the Sheikh who hates Christians. Have you ever said something like that, Sheikh? Maybe in a different context?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه.
I mean, they are talking for the last 15 minutes. Now he remembered to say this? I mean, do you see the scam? Assalamu alhamdulillah wa sallam wa sallam and Allah pray on Muhammad and the neighbors of Muhammad and pray on his wives and his children. Okay, now we go to the topic. This is how hypocrite they are. Once I called an Islamic TV stations, and there's 2 dummies like those, but they are Arab, 2 sheikhs. So I called. I have people with me in the same room, I called for fun. Actually, they forced me to. They are the one who called the number, not me. They called the number. They said, "Here we go. Take the phone." I said, "Who?" I said, "Well, this TV. Look, So they gave me the line. They said, what is your question? I said, Sallu ala nabi. Pray on the Prophet. They start saying, Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I said, Zidu salata ala nabi, which means increase the prayer on the Prophet. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa sallim. I said, pray more in our holy Prophet. Allahumma salli wa sallim. People around me, they are dying from laughing. And I keep asking them, pray more, please, on the Prophet. They did not dare to say, enter the topic. What is the question? Because they are afraid to say the guy is asking them to pray on the Prophet, and they stop the guy. Can you believe it? You cannot do that. I keep doing this. If I say for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I don't know. I hang up only because the laughing of the guys around me became so obvious. Those cowards don't dare even to say to me, come on, what is your question? How they dare to ask me what is the question when I'm asking them to pray on the Prophet, increase the prayer on the Prophet, repeat please the prayer with me on the Prophet, and they keep repeating and saying the same stupid thing. They are hypocrite, dummies, and they are terrified. And because they are terrified, you see, we Christian, we worship Jesus, we call him Jesus. Is that because we disrespect him? Muslims, is that because we disrespect? I mean, you Muslim, you call Allah, you say Allah, but the second you say the name of Muhammad, you have to say a long prayer on Muhammad, because Muhammad is your God, and you are terrified of Muhammad. So now, all of this, talk is no. The question have nothing to do with it. But what he can say, he have to prove himself to the audience that he is a true believer. Look, I start me talking, praying on the Prophet, the family of the Prophet, the balls of the Prophet, the butt of the Prophet, the nipples of the Prophet. I mean, he is, even the Muslim, they have in the museum, they have the holy hair of the Prophet. Even his urine, they call it holy. If you think I'm making things up, you're mistaken. The blood, urine of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The benefit of drinking the blood, urine of our Holy Prophet. Well, if Muhammad is holy, I mean, his shit is obviously holy. I mean, and the Muslim, they say Muhammad is just a man. He is a prophet of Allah, servant of Allah. But they drink his piss, and they call it a blood piss. I'm sharing this with you just to show you how this religion is based on fear, and they fabricate stories about Muhammad and they made him God, yet they claim that he is just a prophet. They drank his blood, they drank his piss, they fight over his boogers, over his spit, his laundry water, even Aisha, the shit of her camel, they used to fight over it. Yet Muhammad have zero miracles, which I believe all those stories most likely are the fabrication of Muslims to make the first generations of Islam, they were really truly believers. But all of us, we know that it's not true, because even Umar was not a believer, even Abu Bakr was not a believer, even Aisha, she made fun of Muhammad. She said to him, you who claim to be a prophet, you who claim to be prophet, claim. Aisha said that. But we go back to Asim al-Hakim.
Amma ba'd. The issue of love and hate is different from one person to the other, from one level to the other, and it's looked upon from different angles. So it is.
And don't they? His job is to shake his head. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the guy said nothing. Get. Andrew Tate is right away now. He's like, we got the answer. That's it. Yep. 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 Do you even understand what he's saying? Your English is broken, funny English, and the guy did not even answer, and you are agreeing. Agreed about what? You just said nothing.
Very unfair to say that I hate or I love without understanding what is meant by that.
See, the whole idea of this is to avoid answering the question. What is the answer? It's not fair. There's different level. There's different angle. Like when you bend over, you see it differently. When you are standing, you see it differently. If you sleep on your back, you see it differently. I mean, what does this have to do with the question? Do you love the Christians or you hate them? Yes or no? He will not say. It doesn't matter how he will keep talking. He will not say.
So what is meant by that? In Islam, we are ordered to love for the sake of Allah and to hate for the sake of Allah. What does this mean? It means that if someone is in accordance to the teachings of Allah, the Almighty God, and he's complying to his law, we love that individual, whether he's Muslim or non-Muslim.
non-Muslim.
What? What? How he is not a Muslim and he comply with Allah teaching? And then they're like, yeah, whether he's a Muslim or not a Muslim. So guys, according to this, if you are a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Christian or a Jew, if you comply with Allah teaching, even as a Muslim, you're fine. How you comply with Allah teaching? To comply with Allah teaching, you have to believe in Allah, you donkey, and you have to believe in Muhammad. I mean, do you see two donkeys? They are having a conversation together, and the other one, he shake his head no matter what the other guy say. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Hey, you're right. What do you mean he comply? Potato. You just said they are not Muslims. Isn't it the Quran says the religion for Allah is only Islam, and Allah, he hate anyone that's a Muslim? This guy, he is now in Indonesia, and this program is meant to play taqiyya to the Christians. What a big fat liar you are. Based on what you are saying, if somebody comply with the teaching of Islam and he is still worshipping Jesus, he's fine. If somebody, he's a Hindu, he have 35 million God, and he comply with Islam, like what? What do you want him to do? What do you mean comply? Like he pray 5 times a day to Buddha? What a stupid, I mean, not only they are hypocrite liars, they are giving false teaching about Islam. This is the Quran, chapter 3, verse number 19. Says it clearly that the only religion for Allah is Islam. The rest is not. The rest is not accepted by Allah, which is Muhammad. You know, Allah does not exist. Allah is just a fake God. Even the Quran says those who disbelieve in the proof of Allah and those who kill the prophets, Muhammad failed to tell us who is the one killed the prophet, and even they are ordering people to do good things, even those they are going to go to hell and Allah will torture them. Chapter 3 verse number 85 says, whoever seek a religion other than Islam, it will never be accepted to him, and he will go to hell. Verse number 86 is just a stupid verse, proving to you that converting to Islam will not take you to heaven. Why? It says, how shall Allah guide those who disbelieve after believe? According to Muslims, Christians who follow Jesus, in the time of Jesus, they were Muslims. Even they say that Jesus himself was a Muslim. Let us go with this for 5 minutes. So they were believers. According to the stupid Muhammad, Allah will not guide someone who used to be a believer in the true Jesus, and then he become believer in the false Jesus, which means Jesus as God according to Muslims. So if anybody, he used to be Christian and he convert to Islam, he still go to hell, and Allah did not guide him. So who guide him? How Allah shall guide people who disbelieve after believe? Huh? Do you see his stupidity? So anyone who convert to Islam based on this verse in the Quran is not guided by Allah. So who guided him? Do we have any Muslim potato here can help us? If Allah will not guide those who they are misguided. Actually, there's many verses like this. And those people, they have the curse of Allah. But potato Assim al-Hakeem saying, if you are not a Muslim and you comply with the teaching of Allah, but the Quran saying the only way, the only one who comply with the teaching of Allah is the Muslims. You have no other comply except Islam, and Islam is the religion. If you don't follow it, you are not going to go to heaven, which means you will not have big penis, which means you will not have endless women, vagina and endless penis, and women with big boobs and round butt. So what Assim al-Hakeem is talking about? Hypocrite, liar. He is now not in Saudi Arabia, and he is trying to present himself that he is not teaching violence, so he don't want to end wanted like Zakir Naik. And then he have to seek refuge somewhere. And maybe even he will be arrested in Saudi Arabia. Continue.
And if there is a Muslim who is doing all the good things, avoiding all the haram things, we give him our full love, loyalty, and devotion. Likewise, if there is someone who disbelieves in Allah and who also insults our religion. I cannot love this person. I, according to Islamic law, the Quran and the Sunnah, I'm obliged to hate him, but hating him does not mean I should be violent or I should do him wrong or I should oppress him.
Really?
This is all unacceptable in my deen.
Let us show you how this potato is a big fat liar. He claimed to be a sheikh, right? Okay. I want Muslims to share my video with this coward. He don't dare even to say what his prophet says. His prophet says, when a Muslim he see a Christian in the street, you have to force him to walk in the sewage and never salute Christians and never greet them first. Muslims, they have to be greeted first because they are supremacists. This is the white supremacist Arab. So if you are a Christian and you meet a Muslim, it is your duty to salute, say hello sir. And then the Muslim, he will not salute you. He will not greet you. Peace. He's not allowed. He have a duty to force you to the most narrow road. But this guy, Assim Hakeem, the liar, he says, we are not allowed to hate you like by violent or hurting you or bothering you. But this is not what his prophet said. In the Quran, in chapter 9, verse 29, it says the Christians, not only they have to be facing humility, they have to be treated like dogs. If you go to Ibn Kathir, let us open Ibn Kathir. Where is Ibn Kathir? Ibn Kathir. We want Ibn Kathir in English. All right. This is a hadith. All right. Chapter 9. How this website work? Quran Tafsir. Okay. This website look weird. All right. Why those why those the numbers of the chapter and this website are even wrong? What Anfal Tawbah? What is this? Weird. Anyway, what we can say. Where is the... Forget, this website is really messed up. I don't understand how it works. Let us open another website. Just to show you how Assim al-Hakim is a big fraud like his prophet. So this is Ibn Kathir. We go to chapter 9, verse number 29. And let us see, do the Muslims, are they allowed to hurt Christians? Should they hurt them? It's a duty. Or what he said we should be nice to them, etc. We cannot be violent. What this guy is talking about? Let us go to 29. What is this? Potato websites. According to the Quran, non-Muslims are najis, which mean they are filthy, dirty. O who you believe, verily the mushrikeen are najis. Najis mean you are not only filthy, you are like a dog is way more clean than you. All right? So let them not come near al-Masjid al-Haram. So now there is a big sign in Mecca, like now after the new crown prince in Saudi Arabia, he came to office. Mecca is open to everybody. Anyone can go to Mecca right now, and Medina, but it was forbidden for the last 1400 years. I saw many videos now made by people who they are not Muslim visiting Mecca. We know that Saudi Arabia is moving slowly toward like making Islam as a history. So all the Sharia law is not followed anymore in Saudi Arabia. It's like the appearance Saudi Arabia now is a Muslim country, but the old days is over. Nobody can force you to pray. Just a few years ago, there is a Sharia police go in the street and they will beat you, they will arrest you, they will harass you, and if they prove that you didn't go to pray 3 days, you can be executed before, because that means you are a murtad, you are an apostate. Now the Sharia police is gone. Psh, finito. Women, they drive cars, there's nightclubs, there's theaters, there's movies, there's music. As we know, Muhammad even forbidden music. So Saudi Arabia now is different. This is why you see this guy, he is changing his tone when he speak. This is not Saudi Arabia even 10 years ago. Not the same country no more. All right? So now you will notice that those hypocrite sheikhs, they don't dare to say really what Saudi Arabia teach no more. And if they say something is not in agreement with the government guideline, the police will come to their house and they will warn them. You have to fix it. Don't say that. And if you ever say something against the government of Saudi Arabia, especially the royal family, you will disappear. Like, there is a big sheikh, very well known. He went to YouTube and he made a video about he saw a dream. What's his name? I forgot. So anyway, this guy, he saw a dream. And in this dream, he saw Muhammad. The video is not even maybe 4 minutes. Because of this video, the court in Saudi Arabia, make a judgment of execution. Execution, imagine. Why? In this dream, he wanted to meet with the Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came to him. And he said, let us gather in the house of etc. person. The Sheikh, he said to him, the situation now in the country is not good for us to meet there. That phrase alone is enough to say that he is speaking against the government. And that caused his death. So they took him to jail. He stayed in jail for, I think, 12 years. And then the court ordered to execute him. But he died before the execution. And mostly he died because of poison. They said to themselves, if we execute him, his fan around the world will be so upset. So let us say he died normally. You know, I'm trying to remember his name. Let me see. What's his name? I think I remember his name. His name is Salman al-Ouda. Let me get his video. Here we go. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can activate the translation so you can see. The video is not even 4 minutes. You know, cost him his life. Let me activate the CC. All right. You can see the translation. I will go back for 0. This guy, he have like 5-6 millions, followers. He's a Muslim Sunni, and the followers are the core, the very, very, very aggressive terrorist. So listen carefully. How this dream cost him his life.
سبحان الله أنا يعني متفائل فيكم خير يا شباب لأني البارحة نمت وقت السحر يعني يعني نمت نوم طويل لكن في وقت السحر شفت رؤية جميلة رأيت فيها الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام وهذا لأول مرة أراه في حياتي بشكل واضح جدا جدا وفي مكة المكرمة وكأنه بعث من قبره والصحابة رضي الله عنهم كأنهم أيضا بعثوا من قبورهم وبالتأكيد أبو بكر وعمر رضي الله عنهم وحضرت الحلقة معهم جلست معهم ووقفت مع الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم وذهبت معه ورجعت معه ووجهت له عدد من الأسئلة يعني منها 3 أسئلة أتذكرها وأجابني جواب يعني فهمته جيدا في المنام وبعدين رجعت له قلت يعني يا رسول الله ممكن أني أسجل الفتاوى والأجوبة هذه التي تجيب لي عليها علشان يستفيدون منها الناس لأن الناس بنوا قواعد وأصلوا أصول وراحوا في طرق شتى فلعل هذا الشيء يجمعهم على سنتك وعلى صراطك وعلى طريقك فقال لي الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام لا بأس اكتب هالأشياء ذي ثم اعرضها علي حتى أراجعها وأصححها ثم طلب مني الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام إني أوفر لهم بيت يكون
this sentence, look at this. Muhammad, he asked him to provide him a house. This sentence, he was arrested after not even 15 minutes of posting this video. More than 500 soldiers with tanks, squad, they surrounded his villa. His villa is very fancy. His villa, this guy, he lived in a palace like maybe 50, 60 rooms. Very poor people, Islam is making them very rich. Business, big business. So he posted the video. Muhammad, he asked him to provide the house. Look at this. Provide what? Read with me. You can see the translation, right? So the messenger asked him to provide a house.
ثم طلب مني الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام إني أوفر لهم بيت يكون مأوى أو مقر يجتمعون فيه. فقلت له يعني حسنا ولكن ترى الظروف الآن يعني ليست مواتية يعني هناك تحفظات وهناك اشتراطات أمنية.
He even mentioned the police, the secret police.
فقال لي لا أنهم يعني سمحوا لفلان بأنه يفتح بيت يعني ذكر لي شخص فقلت
So this is why Assim al-Hakeem, he's trying to be careful in what he's saying. Because now Muslim countries are not the same as before. Before they say, yeah, we will kill you, Yeah, you know, like now the head of Al-Qaeda in Syria, he became a president right now. He is kissing the ass of a Trump. Tomorrow he is sending his foreign minister to meet a Trump. They are kissing the ass of Europe. They are kissing the ass of everybody. So the days where they used to say Allahu Akbar, yes, we will kill you, is over. Assim al-Hakeem, he lives in Saudi Arabia full time, and I believe he is carrying a Saudi passport, as some people said. This guy is a real Saudi. He have a big tribe behind him. Yet they made him shish kebab. So imagine an Indonesian guy, they give him citizenship, I don't know how. What will happen to him if he mentions something not in agreement with Saudi Arabia? He will not dare. However, we have old videos of Assim al-Hakeem. They will show us how Assim al-Hakeem, he bust Assim al-Hakeem. So remember, Islam does not teach us to hate or violent or anything, no.
This is all unacceptable in my deen. My him does not mean I should be violent or I should do him wrong or I should oppress him. This is all unacceptable in my deen.
Exactly. You see how big fat liar? And this is the Quran and this is Ibn Kathir. Read carefully what it says here. Who is lying? The order to fight the people of the scriptures until they give the jizya, which means if you don't pay, we kill you. He just said we should not oppress them, we should not hate them, we should not be violent with them. What this guy is talking about? This is the order to fight the people of the scriptures. It doesn't matter where they are. Not necessarily a country. People of the scriptures, wherever they are. And this is the command in the Quran. Fight. Here the word fight is coming from the word qatilu, which means kill. You see the English translation is not accurate. It means fight, yes, but mean kill. Qatala mean kill. Qatilu mean kill them, not fight them. Alright? There's a huge difference between fight, like two people fighting in the street, two kids. We use the word fight, yeah. No, this is not the same. Qatilu mean fight to kill, not fight. And until they pay the jizya, and this is telling you, Muhammad, war is not about Allah, is about paying money. Because how Muhammad and why he accept that I can stay Christian if I pay him money? I thought he is fighting for the sake of Allah. I thought he is fighting because he wants everybody to worship Allah. But if I give Muhammad money, still I can worship whatever I want. And here you know, here you will notice that Islam is not about God. All the idea of Muhammad is making himself God on earth and get filthy rich. And then the Muslim, they will say to you, do you know that the Prophet, when he died, he borrowed money from a Jew? This is a big fat lie. I mean, there's no Jews left when he died. He killed them all. He stole all their money. Muslim, never take Islam from Muslims. Every Muslim is a liar until he proved the opposite. And the second he proved the opposite, Islam will be exposed or he will be an ex-Muslim, one of them. All right? Focus with me. Those who are posting comment in the chat have nothing to do with my topic. You know, don't be shallow and teenage. Who cares if a Muslim, she send you a picture of her hijab without hijab? Is that really in our topic now? Like, are you the student who put your hand up in the front of the teacher and he is teaching chemical, you ask him about history? Is that our topic? Hijab now? Focus. Don't be a kid. So let us continue. Therefore, when people of scriptures disbelieve in Muhammad, they had no beneficial faith in any messenger or what the messenger brought. Rather, they followed their religion because this is confirmed with their ideas, lust, etc. They are now justifying why they will mistreat you. And then he continues saying, this honorable ayah was revealed with the order to fight the people of the book after the pagan were defeated. So Muhammad now, he finished fighting the Arab, he conquered them all, and now he want to look for a new market. He want to look for a new, let us say, farm to rob, to do a new robbery. Like the earth he is in, the land is in, he rob it. We have to look for other work, and we need more customers. We need slaves, we need money. So now what we will do, we attack the Christians and the Jews. And not only that, the Christian and the Jews, they have to be kicked out of the Arabian Peninsula. Assim al-Hakeem, the liar, he says, we cannot do violent, we cannot harm you, we cannot bother you. But Muhammad, he promised, if he is victorious, and this is what he did, he will kick all the Christians and the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula. But we just heard the liar Assim al-Hakeem saying that we should not hate them by violent, We should not bother them. We should not oppress them. When you kick somebody out of his house, either die, we kill you, or you leave, proving that everything he said is a lie. If we go back to Ibn Kathir, you will see even here, Umar al-Khattab, look at this here. Paying the jizya is a sign of kufr and disgrace. Paying the jizya is a sign of kufr and disgrace. So fight them until they pay the jizya. Why? Because they refuse to embrace Islam. And how they will pay it? They will pay it with defeat, as they will submit to you. وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ, feel themselves subdued, disgraced. Do you see it? Muslims are not allowed to honor the people of the Dhimma, which mean the Christian and the Jews, or elevate them above the Muslims, for they are miserable, disgraced, humiliated. Muslim record by Abu Hurairah that the Prophet said, when you meet Christian and Jews in the street, force them to the most narrow alley, which mean oppress them, beat them, humiliate them, treat them like dogs. This is why the leader of the faithful, Umar al-Khattab, who became the caliphate later, scumbag, Allah pleased with him, demanded in his well-known conditions to meet by the Christians. These conditions they ensured they continue humiliation, and read the rest. So all of this to prove, like to assure that Christians will never be treated good. They will be treated like dogs. In fact, the Holy Church where was the tomb of our Lord the Messiah was burned, destroyed a couple of times, and even in the book of Ibn Kathir, it's called Kanisat al-Qumama. In Arabic we call it Kanisat al-Qiyama. Qiyama means resurrection. Ibn Kathir and the Muslim, they call it the Church of Qumama, which means the Church of Garbage. Do you know why? Because they destroy it, and the Muslim, they throw their garbage on it. Christians cannot enter it no more. And the Muslims, this is why they call it Kanisat al-Qumama, the Church of Garbage. And then this coward, liar, he is saying we are not allowed to oppress them, to be violent to them.
I cannot love this person. According to Islamic law, the Quran and the Sunnah, I'm obliged to hate him, but hating him does not mean I should be violent, or I should do him wrong, or I should oppress him. This is all unacceptable in my...
Yeah, it's not acceptable. But this is the same scumbag. You see? This is the same scumbag saying if you don't convert to it, we kill you. The same guy.
When Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country, the Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation, jizya. When enemy comes and attack your country, you don't fight. We Muslims protect you.
Yeah, protect you.
The ruling is for Sharia. If they refuse, then we have to fight. Then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land. Because you refuse, I give you two good options. This is the strength of Islam. But
you see guys, how they lie. There he says, doesn't mean we can oppress you, doesn't mean we can be violent with you, doesn't mean that we will mistreat you. Another video, we give you three options. Convert. You don't want to convert? Okay, then you have to pay us. We occupy your land. Imagine, guys, he take your land and you have to pay him in the top. In the top of stealing your land, you have to pay him to protect you. Protect you from who? From them. In fact, the word mafia, you see, or let's say the system mafia in Italy, started in Sicily because of Muslims. When the Muslims, they were defeated and they were out of Italy, the Muslims, they used to collect money, protection money. So they go to every house, they knock at the door, the protection money, jizya, pay us. If you don't pay, they will kill you. So when the Muslims, they were defeated, the mafia, they took over. Because now the system of the mafia established by Islam. We protect you. From who? From us. And this is exactly what the mafia, they do. They go, you have a restaurant, they come to you, they says how much money you made this day. Okay, give us 50%. If they want, they can ask you for 70%. Who can say no? You don't accept, they will shoot you. And this is exactly what the Muslims, they do. So the Muslims, they were defeated in Italy, and now who is going to protect? They take the job, the scumbags. The scumbags of the society, the criminals, they took over and they established the same what the Muslims used to do, mafia. But look here how this liar is lying wide open with his mouth. And this potato, I mean, look at this guy, Dundee. I mean, you are really, I mean, your name fit perfectly for you. I don't know what your name means, but you sound like a Dundee, like you are a donkey. I mean, is it possible that those stupid donkeys, they don't ask themselves, like until now, nobody, like our videos is online, Muslim, they are saying, read the Quran. All this is over. People know a lot about Islam now. So you are not allowed to hurt non-Muslims? You are not allowed to oppress them? Seriously?
Understanding what is meant by that. So, what is meant by that? In Islam, we are ordered to love for the sake of Allah and to hate for the sake of Allah. What does this mean? It means that if someone is in accordance to the teachings of Allah, the Almighty God, and he's complying to his law, we love that individual, whether he's Muslim or non-Muslim. And if there is a Muslim who is doing all the good things, avoiding all the haram things, we give him our full love, loyalty, and devotion. Likewise, if there is someone who disbelieves in Allah and who also insults our religion, I cannot love this person. I, according to Islamic law, the Quran and the Sunnah, I'm obliged to hate him, but hating him does not mean I should be violent or I should do him wrong or I should oppress him. This is all unacceptable in my deen, my religion. So what does it mean by hating him? Meaning I...
What a hypocrite liars come back.
When Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country, the Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation, jizya. When enemy comes and attack your country, you don't fight. We Muslims protect you. But the ruling is for Sharia. If they refuse, then we have to fight. Then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land. Because you refuse, I give you two good options.
See?
This is the strength of Islam. But nowadays, forget this. Maybe in the coming 40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong.
See, maybe 50 years from now, when the Muslim becomes strong, we will take you slave. Here in this video, he is saying the opposite. I never saw a Muslim is not a big fat liar. Hypocrite, 2 faces, 10 faces, 7 faces, a million faces. Aren't you the same guy speaking in that video? We take you as a slave. We will rape you. Other video of Assim Hakeem with Dundee. Watch carefully.
Some people accuse that when Muslim exit from his religion as a murtadin, it must be killed. Can you please clarify this?
Show me one country in the world that implements this law of apostasy.
What does this have to do with the question? What does this have to do with the question? You don't implement because Muslims obviously don't want to follow Islam. You see, he lives in Saudi Arabia. Now in Saudi Arabia, I don't know if they still like, but most likely they don't, no more. So what you are saying to me, that not a single Muslim want to follow Islam? This is what he just said. If not a single Muslim country will execute the one who leave Islam, that means not a single Muslim country exists. But still, this is have nothing to do with the question. The question, is it true that if somebody leave Islam, you will execute him? According to Islam, you cannot do it, we know. We are a potato. Islam is gone. This is not the question.
In the world that implements this law of apostasy. So let's assume there are 3 or 4 countries.
What I like about Andrew Tate, he reminds me of the cat I have around my house. I mean, she is disabled. She have one eye. And she's nice, by the way. But she shake her head whatever I say to her. But we don't speak the same language, as you know. Like she say meow, I say hello, you know, meow. So Andrew Tate, he's, you know, sorry, this guy, Dundee, he shake his head. I mean, you stupid idiot. He just said to you, nobody implement the law, which means it's yes. The answer is yes. If somebody leaves Islam, we should kill him. But nobody implement the law. He should agree. What do you mean you shake your head? And look what he will say now.
In Indonesia, is this law applicable?
No.
Okay.
Did you, Indonesian people, did you see how don't he shake his head? No. That means Muslim in Indonesia, they don't want to follow Islam. If the country, the majority, the massive majority of the country are Muslims, and yet the one who leave Islam, nobody will execute him. The government is not executing. Executing what? The law of Islam. That means in Indonesia, there's no Islam. It's reality. And he just asked him, is this law, Sharia law, if somebody leave Islam, is implemented in Indonesia? He said no.
Applicable?
No.
Okay. How many people exit Islam?
And now look, how don't he will say the truth, and then Assim al-Hakeem, he will try to fix it. How many people left Islam in Indonesia? Tell him, don't they?
Exit Islam.
Let's say few millions.
Few millions. How many convert to Islam? Few thousands? So Islam is losing massively in Indonesia. This is a country used to be like, I mean, zero Christians. I mean, this country has zero Christians. And now there's tens of millions of Christians in Indonesia. So yeah, there's millions and millions of people leave Islam. But that answer will not be good for Assim al-Hakeem. So he tried to fix it.
Let's say few millions.
But this is not true.
Yeah.
Not even hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
It's not true. Not even hundreds of thousands. So how the country have now millions of Christians if this is not true? All right. So what we learn from here, they are trying to avoid answering the question, is it according to Islam if somebody leave Islam, the punishment is death? Say yes. Cowards and hypocrite. What he is confirming to us that no Muslims want to follow Islam. And I agree. In fact, I see Indonesian women wearing hijab. But if you go to Saudi Arabia, you will see that Saudi don't even wear hijab. If you go to Iraq, if you go to Egypt, if you go to Syria, if you go to Jordan, you see only those poor Asian Indonesians. She put the hijab, she cover her hair, and her face is not showing, and they look so funny and so weird. Especially Indonesia is a very hot country. So wearing those stupid Islamic clothing is very uncomfortable and will make you sweat and smell like a pig. If you don't believe me, just try to wear what they are wearing in July. You don't need to buy hijab and just cover yourself. Put a blanket on you in July and go out in the sun. It's just so stupid. I noticed that Indonesian Muslims, they dress Islamic clothes, but Arab, they don't. They don't. You know, I wanna take you to some Muslim countries, and I want to compare between Muslim countries and Muslim countries. Like, this is Turkey. I can take you on a trip in every Muslim country if you want, for sure, without going there. We have YouTube, thanks to YouTube. So this is a Muslim TV station. I love Islamic TV stations in Turkey. I want to do da'wah in Turkey. So this is an Islamic TV station in Turkey. Forget about Turkey. This is Pakistan. Oh, I like this. I want to go to Turkey, do da'wah there. Man, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Let us go to some Arab countries. What is this? I'm trying to show you. Let us see. Maybe we can fix it. So those are Islamic countries, and they are very conservative Muslims. All right? Those are very conservative Muslims wearing hijab. You can learn how to dance if you want. Very sexual dance. And then you will see women, they sleep in the top of each other and they start touching each other. Let us go. Let us see. Do you know how to do that? You don't. The TV station is moving in front of you. Like you see the screen, the TV screen is moving like whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, this is very conservative society in the Middle East. But they are wearing hijab. Just remember that. All right? Yeah. And this is the Middle East too. You see the guy is wearing the abaya. This is Imam in Turkey says Mawlaya Muhammad. What is the ruling? Look at this here. Look. Islamic, but they are in hijab. Because, by the way, I mean, be sure. Look, you can't even see their face. So let us be honest here. Yeah, very conservative society. I mean, this is very conservative. The Arab, very conservative. Yeah, very conservative. I mean, who can beat that, right? Oh boy, man! Look. The men, they are Sheikh. Look, this guy is bending over, and the guy behind him. Do you see what they are doing? Sexual position. Look. See? Look. Those are the Muslims in the Middle East. Look. Shall I take you to Egypt? I don't know where to take you. Look, their butt, it moves by itself. And even women, they jump in the top of each other. Look, there's a woman underneath of her. Look. They sleep in the top of each other, the women. I don't know if you can see. There's women underneath of the other women. They are in the top of each other. And by the way, they are saying Allah. Yeah, there's a woman underneath of her, see? She's on the top of her. Alhamdulillah. We are Muslims. We are Muslims, brothers, sisters. Let me show you, let me take you to Egypt. I just want to take you around Islamic countries. And we will take you to Indonesia too, because Indonesia is full of nightclubs. Very Islamic countries. This is Egypt. Naked. Literally naked. In the street, by the way. This is a party in the street. You might see like wall around, but this is something to do in the street. This is in the heart of Egypt. This is not a theater. This is a street. All right? Look at the girls. Look. Welcome to Egypt. See, this is in the street. Look. A lot of beef. If a Christian want to teach the Bible, Allahu Akbar, haram. Look what they do. All of them, they are wearing hijab. This is a wedding party, by the way. You see, there is a bride there. This is what they allow to do in their wedding. Look at this. They brought those to dance for them naked. This is a wedding party, and their kids are watching. Look at this. What is this? What kind of society? Look at the women wearing hijab down in the ground. Lord have mercy. Where I will take you, I don't know. Oh boy. Islamic countries. They are very religious. We have to be careful, you know. Oh, this is very religious, conservative Muslim. Oof. Haram, brother. Yeah, very religious. Where I shall take you, I don't know. You tell me. Huh? Let us go to Jakarta. Shall we? Very, very conservative, very. This is Jakarta. No, this is Moscow. Where is Jakarta? Jakarta and Manila nightlife. Jakarta nightlife. Yeah, hello. How are you? Okay. At least it's more respectful than the Arab. Until now, I don't see something horrible. But I saw, like, some, in Jakarta, some horrible stuff too. And prostitution and you name it in Islamic countries. Yeah, drinking, nice, dancing, nightclubs. The nightclubs in Jakarta is, they can fit to thousands of people. Look at this nightclub. By the way, all is according to Allah teaching. This is all according to Islamic Allah teaching. Alhamdulillah. All right. What about Saudi Arabia? I'm not going to take you to Dubai. It's obvious there what it is. But let me show you Saudi Arabia. After the new crown prince, he became in charge. How the country changed. This is Jeddah. Can you believe it? This is Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Oh boy. Party and dancing and and a show in the mall. What happened to the music is haram, kuffar. This is Dubai. Dubai and human trafficking and prostitution. Yeah. Let us go to the hotel. All right. And this is Assim al-Hakeem. He said we should not oppress people. Just because this guy, he questioned a hadith, he told him, get out of here. Sneeko, he said, I'm questioning the hadith about the Prophet, saying that the best people is the people of Yemen. So what Assim al-Hakeem told him? Get out of here.
I've been struggling with this one ever since I read this hadith, which stuff a lot. I have to admit I didn't like when I read it. And the hadith is the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said that the people of Yemen are the best of people. And I also read hadith where it says that there's no race is better, there's no racial supremacy. And then I read this one, and to this day I'm still struggling to believe, like, why are the people of Yemen better? Why are the people of Yemen the best of people?
The Prophet did not say that they are the best in the sense of that they are the most believers. He said that they have the cleanest of hearts and the most truthful and honest of rhetoric. They don't lie. That's in generality. And this is one of the ways of the Prophet ﷺ of being positive. He said positive things about all the tribes in Arabia, about the people in Tamim, in Najd. He said this about the people of Hijaz. He said this about this and that. Because the Prophet was always positive, looking at the positive things of the people, not looking at the negatives and to put them down. So this is not a check blank for them to do whatever they want.
Big fat liar. First of all, Muhammad is not Saudi, is not from the Arabian Peninsula. He is from Yemen. This is why he said the best people are the people of Yemen. And then in the same time, this Nico is an idiot. He did not know. Muhammad, he made it clear that Allah, he chosen from the children of Ishmael, the Arab, or the Arab, they are from Ishmael, and from the Arab, he chosen the tribe of Kinana, and then from Kinana, he chosen the tribe of Quraysh, and from Quraysh, he chosen the family of Muhammad, and he is the best of the family of Muhammad. So all of Muhammad teaching is about supremacy. It's not about people are equal. Let me show you. And then Assim al-Hakeem, he kicked Sneeko out of his house. Let us see. In fact, you know, in reality, nobody really knows. Muhammad, he claimed that he is from Yemen and he is from Quraysh. But the Arab, they said clearly that Muhammad is the same as a palm tree in a hill in the ground, which means, like in the desert, the Arab, you know, they used to see from time to time, suddenly a palm tree in the middle of nowhere by itself. So they question Muhammad, his lineage, where he is coming from. So they said that Prophet Muhammad is the same as a palm tree in a hill or the little mount, which means nobody knows. Actually, maybe I can't find it in English. Let me see. I will not ask you to subscribe because this is your business, or to give us a like. That's not last of my worry. But leave a comment if you have something to say and you like to share your ideas. So here you see that Muhammad and here they are saying da'if, but this is sahih. I can show you. It says sahih, Hasan, you know. But look what it says here. I said, O Messenger of Allah, indeed Quraysh have said and spoken between themselves about the best of them, and they made your likeness as the palm tree in the wasteland. Do you know what does that mean? So Quraysh themselves don't even accept Muhammad to be one of them. So they speak about the lineage of each of the families of Quraysh. Quraysh is the name of the tribe. Muhammad is the only one. He is the same as a palm tree in a wasteland, in an empty land, which means no father known for Muhammad. No father. And let me show you here. If you go down in the hadith here, it says that this is da'if, but it's false. The website, they lie. Here we go. This is an authentic hadith. Look, here it says, this is the same exact hadith. It's mentioned by At-Tirmidhi and in his book, and the hadith is Hasan, which means good. They lie because this is a story will expose that Muhammad is born of unknown man. Nobody known who is his father, his real father. All the stories about Muhammad's family is obviously a fabrication. And if Muhammad is born of a famous family, big family as they claim, why the Quraysh, his tribe, they are saying people like you in your likeness as that of a palm tree in the wasteland. So the Prophet said, indeed Allah created the creation and made me from the best of them. So now Muhammad trying to refute them, and the best of their categories, and the best of the two categories, the Arab and non-Arab. You see here that Muhammad is getting now racist. Like, so the Arab is the best, and Muhammad is the best of the two categories, the Arab or non-Arab. Then he chose in between the tribes, and he made it from the best of the tribes. So now his tribe is Quraysh. He claimed to be, he belonged to Quraysh. But as you see Quraysh, they say, no, he don't belong to us. He is the same as a palm tree in a wasteland, empty land. You see, imagine you walk in the desert, and there's only one palm tree in the middle of nowhere. And you know the word seed is used even for a human being. All right? So we use the word seed, but it's not necessarily a seed for a man. But we use it. It's like, you know, you put seed in the ground, and then the seed will give life. So human being, when they have sex, that semen, the man he delivered to the women, we call it seed, even though it's not. So Muhammad now is described by the Arab, his own tribe, not all the Arab too, specifically his tribe. And who knows Muhammad lineage more than his tribe? They are the one who say that Muhammad is not one of them. And now Muhammad trying to defend himself, saying, no, I am from Quraysh, and I am from the best of Quraysh. All right? Look at this hadith here, just to show you how Muhammad, and this poor sneako is wondering why Muhammad saying such a thing, because he's an idiot. He do not know Islam. Muhammad is racist, and all the Muslims, the Arab Muslim, they believe in the supremacy of the Arab. In fact, the caliphate should not and cannot be anything except a person from Quraysh. If you look at ISIS, you will see every caliphate they have, at the last word of his name is Al-Qurashi, which means from Quraysh. He have to be someone claimed to be from Quraysh. If he is Asian, if he is Turkish, he is not really a caliphate. He have no right to be a caliphate. So look what Muhammad said, and this is authentic. They cannot say, you see, this is all is authentic. I heard the Messenger of Allah saying, verily, Allah granted eminence of Kinana, tribe of Kinana, from among the descendant of Ishmael. So Muhammad he claimed that Kinana are from Ishmael, and he granted the eminence of Quraysh from amongst the Kinana. So now from Kinana, Quraysh is the best. And then he granted the eminence of Banu Hashim, which means the family of Muhammad, among Quraysh. And he granted the eminence of the tribe of Banu Quraysh, and he granted me the eminence of tribe of Banu Hashim. So do Muhammad teach that there is supremacist or not? Is all people are equal? No. It's in the front of you. So here the stupid sneako is speaking to this potato Assim al-Hakeem, questioning why Muhammad being racist here in this hadith. Assim al-Hakeem is giving him false answer. He says he is giving them not a planted check, it's in general. No, as you see, Muhammad make it so clear. The best family is Hashim. The best tribe is Quraysh. It's all about the best. Best of between who? Between others.
A check blank for them to do whatever they want. They said that simply they have clean hearts. They don't hold a grudge. And we see this among the people we know from Yemen. We know them. I'm not talking about the Houthis. So it's
See? You see the coward? Now he tried to fix it, but Houthi are from Yemen too. And they are the majority of the population, actually. See the coward? He tried to fix it right away because the police will arrest him in Saudi Arabia. The Houthi is the enemy of Saudi Arabia. They are the one who support Iran. So he's not talking about the Houthi. No, he said the people of Yemen. Doesn't matter who. What Houthi? In fact, this is proof that Muhammad is a false prophet. How he claimed that the people of Yemen are the best and the Houthi are the majority.
You can't say that this about people generically. I hope this makes sense.
Well, could you, I don't mean to keep going on this, but could you not argue that that's racial supremacy?
So what? We do know that there is racial.
Did you hear, guys? Did you hear? So what? Did you hear it? So they tell you that Islam is against racism, Islam against supremacists. You know, those white people, they brought you African from Africa, they slave you. In fact, the Arab Muslims is the one who captured the African in Africa, and they are the one who sold them to the European market. All the black slaves in America and the black slaves around the world are captured by the Muslims. Where the slave will come from? Where is the market of slavery? Morocco, Tunisia, and Libya. The biggest market of slavery was Morocco. And because Morocco is so close to Spain, so they go and they invade the Arab, they attack deep inside Africa, those poor African, black African, they kidnap them, they kidnap their kids, they rape their women, and then they take them to the slavery market and they sell them. And then the Muslim, when they speak to an African person, they say, do you see what the white man did to you? In fact, the one who did that to you is the Muslims. Ask the Muslims how many black slaves Muhammad he owned. Aisha owned. Every wife of Muhammad, how many black slaves she have, and where they get them from. You know, in a certain time, Iraq, the majority of the population was black. Can you believe it? The city of Al-Basra, all of it was black. Now, I'm not saying that black people are from Iraq. Don't take me wrong. Those are slaves, kidnapped, enslaved, and sold to the Muslims in Iraq. And because they become so big in population, there is something called the revolution of the Zinj. Zinj is a word used for, like when you say Negro, black slaves. I'm speaking in language. So this is the revolution. The Muslim, they killed them. All the slaves, all the black. I think now the population of black in Iraq, who they are descended from those slaves, maybe not less than half to 1% of the population. So you can read about it here. The Zinj rebellion in the year 869 to 883. This is just like 200 years after Muhammad. The whole land is nothing but black. The white Arab, they don't go to work. They bring those black people. They take if the woman is pretty, she will be sex slave. If the woman is old, she will be a cook. If the woman, she is young and strong but not good looking, she will be working in the farm with the rest of the black slaves. So they took tens of thousands. Here they are saying several thousand. This is a big fat lie. Hundreds of thousands of slaves. And then those people, for sure, they forced them to learn Arabic, speak Arabic, because the masters are Arab. And then one day, those people, they become really powerful, which means they become major population. So they make a revolutionary seeking their freedom. And then the white Arab, they get their forces from everywhere, and they killed all the black people. All the numbers here, I don't believe in it. You know, all those numbers, I don't take them. This is the area where the slaves was in Iraq. They used them here for farming, because this is have a lot of water coming from the river of Dajla and Al-Furat, going all the way to the Persian Gulf. So this area is a green area, at least at that time. Now it's dry and nothing much. So they bring all those slaves just to work for them for farming. All right. In the whole towns, those towns, there's no white people, zero. So they bring the slaves and they tell them to work. They put like supervisor on them from the slave themselves, and they check on them from time to time to see how the farm is doing. If somebody is not working fine, they punish him, they whip him, even they kill you. You know, I mean, they own you. Yeah. So this is the slavery. This is the area of Al-Basra. Those are the Arab Bedouin. Those are not from Iraq. They came all the way from the Arabian Peninsula, and they occupied this area with the Arab invading that area. But you can read, if you like to read, you can read about the Zinj rebellion or revolution, how they brought the slaves. And they going back to Assim, here you see when he asked him about revolution, supremacy, he said to him, so what? So what? We believe in supremacy. What the problem?
We know from Yemen. We know them. I'm not talking about the Houthis. So you can't say that this about people generically. I hope this makes sense.
Well, could you, I don't mean to keep going on this, but could you not argue that that's racial supremacy?
So what?
So what?
We do know that there is racial supremacy. We do know that although blacks and whites, red and yellow, are equal and they only differ with the...
So, what? What equal? A second ago you said racial supremacy. Same time, isn't it your prophet, he says that Allah, when he created the black, he created them to go to hell, and the white, they will go to heaven? I mean, do you see the hypocrisy? This guy is not a white man. He's a dummy sitting between them like a donkey. This says Nico. Even Muhammad, he made fun of the Asian, like this guy from Indonesia, Assim Hakeem. Muhammad, he made fun of the Indonesian, of the Asian, how they look like. Look what Muhammad, he says about the Asian. And this is Al-Bukhari. According to Muhammad, the Asian, they will never be Muslims. And Muslims, they have to kill them. The hour will not, this is why he's saying the hour. The hour will not be established till you fight the people wearing shoes made of hair. And the hour will not be established till you fight the people who their face look like shield coated with leather. Abu Huraira added, they will be small-eyed, flat-nosed, and their faces will look like shield coated with leather. And this is Al-Bukhari. So Muhammad, he was predicting that the Asian will never be Muslims, and they are the enemies of Islam. And the Muslims, they have to kill all the Asian. And look how we make fun of their look. What about the Turkish? Muhammad, he said the same about Turkish. Muhammad, he never predicted that Turkish will become Muslims. He says the same about the Turkish, because remember, the Turkish is not those women you see, the blonde. The Turkish are Asian. They are from the heart of Asia. They are a mix of Tatar and Mongolian, and so they are from the heart of Asia. They are not white people you see today in Turkey. Those are the fruit of the rape. When those people, they came and they invade that territory, they rape those white women, and now there's a lot of people, they are white in Turkey. Erdogan don't look like an Asian at all. What happened? Because simply they start having sex slaves from those women, Greek women, etc. women, Arab women, all kind of women, Assyrian, Chaldean, Armenian, all those women, they sleep with them, and their kids will be looking different. So Muhammad, he says, leave the Turkish alone as long they leave you alone. He never thought they will become Muslims. Let's see, I'm trying to find where is the hadith. All right. Additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet. Not only he is a supremacist, he hates black people, he hates Asian people. Muhammad, he believed that the Turkish are the enemies of Islam and they will never be Muslims. Muhammad said, let the Abyssinians alone as long they let you alone, and let the Turk alone as long they leave you alone. Why Muhammad, he said about the Turk like that? Because Muhammad, he knew that the Turkish are more savage than the Arab, and if you go in war with them, he will lose. Here Muhammad is speaking about the Asian, sorry, about the black. They are the one who will destroy the Kaaba. A black person who will destroy the Kaaba. And for sure he's shaitan because he's black, according to Muhammad. And again here, another false prophecy of Muhammad. There is tons of hadith we can share about all those issues. So here, Sneeko is, they told him that Islam is against supremacy, but Islam is all about supremacy. The Arab is supreme. You see, this guy is an Asian guy. He lives in Saudi Arabia. Nobody will look at him with respect, simply because he's Asian. I mean, in Saudi Arabia, even if you are an Arab and you are a Saudi, you have to be from certain tribes to be respected. It doesn't matter even if you're an Arab. So this is the society of supremacy. Families are more important than family. Tribe is more important than other tribes. So if you are from a nobody tribe, you are nobody. So imagine you are Asian living in Saudi Arabia, how they would treat you. I assure you, this guy, when he sit with the Arab, he sit like a potato. Like here, this is YouTube, they are sitting around him like as if he is an important figure. But when he sit between the real Saudi, he will be serving coffee for them. They are very, very supremacist.
Red and yellow are equal, and they only differ with the taqwa, the piety in the heart. But we also know that Allah selected the Arabs due to their language, due to their heritage, due to their supremacy at the time between the Byzantines, the Persians, the Jews, and the Christians, of maintaining a level of moral conduct and a level of social.
The Arab, they are maintaining low conduct. When Muhammad was born, Arab women, they used to put a red flag on their tent. What does that mean? There is something called Zawaj al-Rahat. Zawaj al-Rahat, where one woman, she will sleep with many men. And when she will deliver a child, the women she choose, who is going to be the father? Let me see if I can find this hadith in English. I think I should. So the women, she will have about between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 husbands. And this is what Muhammad, by the way, he taught. Muhammad, he taught a Muslim man, he can if 2 and 3 and 4. Total is 9. So it is Zawaj al-Rahat, exactly Islamic Zawaj al-Rahat. But the difference is the women used to do it. The Arab women used to do it. Let me see if I can find this hadith for you in English. Here we go. So the Arab in the pre-Islamic area, they say there's 4 kinds of marriage. A man asks another man to marry his relative, sister or daughter to him, and he fixed the dower and married her for him. Another kind of marriage was that a man asked his wife when she become pure from menstruation to send for so and have sexual intercourse with him. Imagine, you ask your wife to go and have sex with other guy. By the way, those mentioned in my book, but in my book I mentioned more branches of marriage in the Arab they used to practice. So let us say you are married to a woman and you don't like how your kids look like. You don't like them. Maybe you don't look good. So you ask your wife to go and sleep with certain man. Let us say he's a good-looking man. So she go and sleep with him. And this is to improve the children's. This is what the Arab used to do. It's in front of you. The husband will ask her to go and sleep with the new guy. And Assim Hakeem saying the Arab, they used to be supreme at that time. I mean, did you hear this scumbag saying that the Arab used to be supreme at that time? What do you mean they are supreme in what? They exchange women. This is why in the Quran, so her husband kept himself aloof and did not have intercourse with her till it became a pregnant that she was pregnant from the man who had intercourse with her. When was manifest that she was pregnant, her husband approached her, if you like. This marriage was called istibada. Utilize man for intercourse, for noble birth, you see, improve. A third kind of marriage was the group of people in less than number of 10 in number entered upon a woman, one woman. So between 1 to 9, they go and have sex with the one woman. And this is not against her will. She's inviting them. All right? The women she is inviting, she decide how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it is rahat, which is usually the number between 1 to 9. But the 9 is not necessarily 9. It can be more. But this is what it is. Like usually the number present by the word rahat, which mean a group, usually between 1 to 9. So the women she invite those, she put a flag in her tent or a house. And that flag will tell men that here there's a woman, she need men. Another way, excuse my language, she need somebody to F her. So men, they will keep coming until she say enough. That's it. Nobody will rape her, nobody will force her. So she is doing it voluntarily, they come voluntarily. And then they had intercourse with her. When she conceived, gave birth to a child, a number of days passed after her delivery, she sent to them. So she will send all the men who have sex with her, and no one of them could refuse to attend. And they gathered before her. Look at the system. So she invite all the men she slept with. You come, all of them have to come. It's a duty. No, you cannot avoid it. And then she will decide who is the father. So in front of those men who slept with her, she will say, you are the father, and the rest they have to accept. They can't say, no, he looked like me. Whatever she say. So you can say that a woman in the Arabian Peninsula before Islam, she was the man. She is the one who have multiple husbands. She is the one in charge to say who is who, who's no, who's yes. Islam practice the same, but to flip it upside down. So from the women in control to the man in control, as you see. All right. This is why you notice in the Quran, when the Quran supposedly threatened the wives of Muhammad. Read carefully. The one who speaks Arabic, he can see what I see. But if you don't know Arabic, let us see together. So if maybe if he divorce you all, that Lord will give him instead. This is not what the Quran is saying. It doesn't say instead. It says يُبَدِّلَهُ أَزْوَاجًا. يُبَدِّل, exchange. Let us change the translator just to show you. This is Hilali and Khan. See? Look what happened. So that Allah will give him exchange concert. So what the Quran is saying? Maybe Allah will practice what the Arab practice. Will take the wives of Muhammad to somebody else, and the wives of somebody else will give in to Muhammad. Exchange. Alright? And this is exactly what the Arab used to do. In fact, Muhammad, he took everything from the Arab. Like cutting hands for stealing a rope or an egg. This is from the Arab. Everything, Muhammad, the black stone, the Kaaba, going around the Kaaba, everything. The clothing, being naked around the Kaaba, kissing the black stone, licking it, everything he stole from the Arab. Nothing new. They said to you this Abrahamic. There's nothing Abrahamic in this religion. He stole certain names after he associated himself with the Jews. He started learning about their names, and he cannot even quote their names correctly. Like one chapter in the Quran, Muhammad called him Ibrahim. Other chapter he called him Abraham. Which one? So when Muhammad, he learned from the Jews that the correct name is Abraham, he said Abraham. But all the time he used to say Ibrahim. In fact, now in the Quran, we cannot find Abraham no more. The Muslims, they took it off. Now we find Ibrahim. What happened to Abraham? So he keeps saying Ibrahim until the Jews, they said to him, you idiot, there is no Ibrahim. And then he says, okay, from now on we will say Abraham. And that should be found in the chapter of Al-Baqarah. But if we go to the Al-Baqarah, we cannot find it no more. We cannot find it. Let me see if I can find you an image before the Muslim, they changed the Quran. Give me a second. Am I giving you too much information, guys? Anybody have a headache? They took it off. But I'm trying to find an image to show you the picture as it is before the Muslim, they changed the Quran. Let us see. Here we go. I know it's too much information, but if you are seeking education, you know, education is very, for me, I believe the best thing a human being differentiate him than animals is brain and education. Look how many times it says Abraham, Abraham, Abraham in one chapter, but we can't find him no more. Nowhere to be found. If we go now to Al-Baqarah, 123, 124, 125, where we can find Abraham? It's gone. Let me check in front of your eyes. See? Ibrahim. Look. See? Ibrahim. But it was Abraham. And I'm showing you now the image. See? This is the Quran before they change it. There's no Ibrahim. Abraham. What a scandal, huh? Yeah, education, you know what make you different. If you sit with a group of people, one of them might be funny, one of them might be a clown, he might make mockery of you. But when you have education, everybody have to respect you, unless you are sitting between a bunch of idiots. If you have education, wherever you go, your place is preserved. And not only that, education will change you, will change your character, the way you talk, the way you think, the way you plan for things, even the way you deal with your wife, your children. The more ignorant you are, the more dummy you make mistakes. So education is not a degree. Like I graduated from the law. I get the law degree. I can be a judge. I get my master's degree. But that is not the education. This is not education. There's a huge difference between a degree and education. This is false education. This is not have nothing to do even close to education. Education, when somebody he know history, he know religion, he know law, he know like multiple knowledge, many things. He's working hard in himself, not just someone. A certificate, a degree is just a profession to do a job, to make living. This is not education. Like one of the benefit for me when I studied law, that you have to study 3 religions, and because in the Middle East, like religion is involved in everything. Even the building the wall in your house is involved with religion. Can you believe it? Even the size of your window, even your bathroom window, even the door, even the toilet seat, You cannot believe it. The religion is involved in everything. So in order to be a lawyer, it's not like in America, there's a lawyer for finance, lawyer for divorce. No, a lawyer there is somebody he knows everything. So you go to the office, to the lawyer, you ask him a question about anything, he has to have an answer. You can't say to you, I'm a divorce lawyer. So this was a great benefit because you have to study Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Plus you have to study even, building, engineering. I mean, you find yourself studying everything because you are a lawyer. You have to be involved in everything. Inheritance, property law, finance, business administration. So it's like many branches. That's why it's so difficult. If you see the books, you will get scared. I mean, the books is so big, thick. However, most of the education in the world today focus in teaching you and giving you a certificate to get a job. And most of people who have the certificate, they cannot answer any question out of their job. So if you go to an engineer, he can answer about engineering and specific engineering, not all engineering. Same for a doctor. He's an eye doctor. He don't know about a dentist. Educated person is someone, he have a lot of knowledge in every field and not in one side. Let us say a person, he can be, let us say, a dictionaries of information. However, even the one who have knowledge is ignorant. Because it doesn't matter how much we learn, you have to put in your mind, don't be so proud, because it doesn't matter how much you know. You are still learning. You are just a little student. So, but that doesn't mean education is not an amazing thing. It will help you a lot. And if you are a person trying to bring people to Jesus and to know Christ and to save them, then you better be armed with knowledge and faith. If you are faithful but you are ignorant, people will laugh at you, will make mockery of you. So you have to hold all the tools. You have to be warrior, you have to be faithful, you have to be true believer, and then you have to have knowledge. So you can face the enemy with their logic, not yours. If you notice, Muslims, they avoid debating me. Why? Because I know all their laundry. They cannot do with me the same they can do with others, like, opposite prophet or they don't know Arabic. They can't even read. If they say to him, doesn't say that in Arabic, he don't know. This is why you see them inviting some Arab Christians to read for them what it says in Arabic to get somebody busted. Because they are not capable. The language is a must, especially when it's come to Islam, because all the translation, the Muslim they have is just to fool. Like now, if I don't tell you that the name used to be Abraham, how you will find out? Nowhere you will find that this exists. You go to the Quran, here we go, this is a chapter. This is the chapter we're talking about. Where is Abraham? No Abraham, there's Ibrahim. But in English it says Abraham. But in Arabic it says Ibrahim. You can take a screenshot here and compare it with the image. It's not the same. This is literally Abraham. How Abraham become Ibrahim? In fact, even it's written wrong, like that is key. Ibrahim. You see, there's no yeah. There's a kasra. Even here the title says, why it's not written the word Ibrahim with ya, which means this letter here is gone. Why? Where's the letter here? We can't see it. Because simply this is the correct name. But even now, even here is written wrong. All right, any other question? Anyone have a question from Rumble, from YouTube? Can you explain the Quran chapter 10 verse number 94? Okay. Someone is asking for chapter 10, 94. Let us see what you want. Just explain it, that's all. We don't have any... we know that Muhammad, the Muslim, they try to always to fix and duct tape Muhammad behavior. Obviously, Muhammad is mentally ill. We remember that Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide many times. Why? Because he doubted that he is really a prophet. So if we go in the hadith, so now we are trying to connect this verse to the hadith, speaking about Muhammad trying to commit suicide. Why? Because he doubted that he is a prophet. So if you go here, we will find that when Waraq ibn Nawfal, he died, Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide many times. And then according to the story, each time Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide, Gabriel, after he go all the way to the top of the high mountain, Muhammad, he go to the top of the mountain and he tried to throw himself. Gabriel, the angel Jibreel, would appear before him and say, oh Muhammad, You are indeed Allah's messenger. So why Muhammad trying to kill himself? He is doubting that he is a prophet. And this is confirmed in this story here. All right? So when Jibreel said to him, for sure you are a prophet, Muhammad calmed down and he go down to his house. But then a day, 2 days after, he do the same. It's like a kid, you know? Stupid kid. So he go again to the mountain, he try to throw himself, and Jibreel again will come to him and will say the same sentence, indeed you are a prophet. And here it says clearly that he intended to do that to himself several times, not only one. All right? So now going back to the verse in the Quran, the one you mentioned, if you were in doubt about what is revealed to you, Muhammad, and this was the case for Muhammad, go and ask the Christians and the Jews. And that will be very stupid from Muslims or the Quran, because how the Christians and the Jews, they are lost and they are following false Judaism and false Christianity, and yet they are the one who will confirm to Muhammad that what is revealed to him is from God. Very stupid statement. If you read the same story here, who is the one who confirmed to Muhammad that he is a prophet? According to the story, is Waraqa ibn Nawfal. Waraqa is the one who said to him, truly you are a prophet of Allah. Where is the hadith here? All right. It says here that Waraqa, he was translating the gospel into Arabic. And he is the one who told Muhammad that the one who he saw is an angel. His name is the Namus. Imagine Muhammad himself do not know he met who. It was a guy who never met the angel. He told him, oh, this is Jibreel. So when Waraqa died, Muhammad inspiration stopped, which is a clear proof that the one was writing Quran to Muhammad is Waraqa. And I believe, this is my own study, I believe Waraqa is the real father of Muhammad. You remember we mentioned to you that the tribe of Quraysh, they say that Muhammad is like a palm tree. You remember? He's like a palm tree. What they meant by a palm tree, we mentioned to you that he is unknown father. Unknown, you don't even know from which tribe he is. Which clear that even the so-called family of Muhammad, they did not consider him their child. In the best scenario, Muhammad is adopted, is not the child of the family. This is why it was very strange that the family of Muhammad, they sent Muhammad with a woman to do nursing for him. I mean, this is a tribe, they have hundreds of women. Why they want to send a little child to a stranger? They send him away, out of their city, out of their town, hundreds of kilometers away. In other way, they trying to get rid of him. Then this woman, she brought him back, because Muhammad obviously was suffering from epilepsy. He kept fainting. And even the women, she mentioned that they thought he's dead, so they decided to bring him back. They were afraid they will be playing for killing him. So I hope I did answer you about that. So this, us the Christian and the Jews is a big problem, because how the Christian and the Jews are following false religion, and then Muhammad have to ask them, and they are the one who can confirm who is a true prophet, who is not. And obviously the Jews and the Christians refuse Muhammad to be a prophet in any way, any mean. All right? I'm not going to keep you longer. I'm trying to squeeze my time to make it like very useful, so we can learn, we can take notes. Anything you see on the screen, you wonder how to find it. These days is very easy. You can take a screenshot and you can post it in Google, image, to search for it, and you will find it. All right? Or in your phone, even you can freeze the video. Most of the phones now, you can copy the text even from an image of a video. You can highlight the text and you can search the exact same text in Google. You will find it. All right? It's very easy. You guys are lucky. When I was teaching in the beginning in the internet about Islam, we have not even a single website translating a hadith. Quran, I have to use everything in Arabic. I have to translate. I have, in fact, when I make a video, I remember I bought a camcorder, which was very expensive for me to buy. So I used to hold the camcorder. I don't even have a stand for it. I hold it with my hand, recording the screen. And then, those old screens, you remember that the screen with Big Billy? So, the image looks so weird. So you hold the camcorder, I'm talking, explaining, and then when you want to load the video in the internet, it takes forever. we use DSL. Like many of you, maybe you are born, you don't know what is that. This DSL is like a landline, and then each time you want to log to the internet company, you have to dial, like the same as you're calling somebody. And then it takes forever to log in. And if you are lucky, and most of the time, the file of 10-minute video will take 24 hours, sometimes 40. I can't even use the phone because I go to work, I come back from work, I go to school, I come back from school, still the video is loading. And then suddenly disconnected. So now you have to redo it again. So now you are really lucky to have all the technology, how easy it is. We can show you images, we can show you videos, we can give link, we have live in YouTube. All of this never existed before. So you have an advantage of education. I wish I had it when I was a kid. I used to walk 40-45 minutes just to go to the library. Walk, when I was a kid. Everybody is busy. I want to go to the library. And when I go to the library, I'm not allowed to enter the library for adult. The only one I'm allowed to enter is where they have, a Tan, like those magazines for kids, Mickey Mouse. So I used to walk with someone adult when he's going in, make myself like I am his son. So the guard in the front door, he will not stop me. And the guy will be looking at me like, why this kid is working with me? But he don't, what he will do. So I walk with him until I get in. And then he sit in a table. I sit next to him too. He look at me like, what's wrong with this kid? And because I cannot go and grab a book, I grab any book on the table to read. So imagine how even hard it was to educate yourself. I grab any book. I don't know what the book, because I cannot go and choose a book. People, they read in the library, they read books on the table. I cannot go and ask the guy to give me a book. He will kick me out. I'm a kid. I'm not allowed to be here. So any book on the table, I grab it and read it. I remember the first time I read a book, it was about sex. I was like, what? It's about sex. I think I was like 9 years old. I was like, what? I came back home, I have a headache. My mom asked me, she said, are you okay? I said, no. What happened? I said, nothing. Oh boy. So, we are blessed today, and we have used this tool, internet, today. The Muslims are using it to mislead people, and they were successful for a good time. But it's your time now. You got all the education you need to defeat this garbage cult. This is satanic and so easy to defeat. Islam is so easy to defeat. But Islam is very hard to defeat if you don't know. But it's the most stupid donkey cult. Literally. And if you're Indonesian, tell those potatoes, Donde and Assim al-Hakeem, both of you are a bunch of false, knowledgeable people. You have no knowledge of anything. And you are making fortune of the fools. And I challenge you. I went to Donde channel live. The coward, he ran away. He blocked us. So we asked Assim al-Hakeem, if anyone know him, do he dare to take a live call from me? I will call him. I will not take too much of his time. I know he charged $200. 1 hour, I will wipe the floor with him. Literally. And I will make everybody in the world die laughing at him. This is, my friends, the most stupid cult ever you can imagine. It is satanic, it's sexual, it is against ethic, against God, against Christ, against humanity, against everything human beings stand for. It is the evil of the evil. They dress white, but they are inside like a dark grave. Many people, they cover their grave with marble, but the grave is a grave. For us, the Christians, as the Christians, the grave is not a grave. The grave is just a new station to go to Jesus. Even Muhammad, their prophet, he stepped with the mother of Ali in her grave, naked. They asked him, why you are doing that? He says, so Allah will make her grave more easy on her. Imagine I sleep with the women, she is naked, pretty women, the mother of Ali, in the grave. To do what? To ease the pressure of the grave on her. What a pervert. I want to say thank you all for being here. I hope we learn good, and maybe we'll come back, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. Leave your comment, share. The more review we have, the more encouragement you give us. And as you see, the view doesn't make any difference for me. I don't have super chat, I don't have advertising, I don't have all the garbage people they work for. I'm here for a mission, and the mission is clear, that we will be victorious and the devil will be defeated. For our good is God, and our God is good, and no one is good but God, and that is Jesus. And our good God always will be victorious. Even the Muslims cannot deny that the Messiah is coming back, and he is the one who will make victory over the devil. And the likeness of Muhammad will be under his feet, and they will be sent to hellfire. So, as always we say, and we mean, God is good, so is Jesus, and we are the crusade. See ya.